And let's get straight into it, guys. So, you know, Saturday, right? Dogecoin started pumping, and at one point, it pumped nearly 80%. I mean, it was pumping hard, right? And then a few hours ago, Dogecoin hit 15 cents, and it just is pumping again. And there's a lot of interesting sentiment going on through social media, as well as bullish news, etc. Right? Even though we have the Fed meeting tomorrow. Now, the Fear to Greed Index is at a 30 today. The Fear to Greed Index the last 3-4 days has been the highest it has been in months, right? Excuse me. Whew. It's been the highest that it's been in months. A lot of people don't realize, but for the Fear to Greed Index to jump 10 points, that makes a major difference, right? Psychologically. And I know that a lot of people right now are leaving the market, or they're not paying attention as they should, right? And you're noticing now, if you're paying attention to not just me, but other crypto YouTubers and content creators, how their outlook is becoming more positive, right? Because now we're starting to see a lot of bullish indicators, a lot of bullish signals. Today, guys, I want to talk to you about the great wealth transfer, right? Some of you guys may have heard this term before regarding the transfer of wealth. You know, some people say that this happened last time during the '08 recession, where the transfer of wealth was from middle class America to upper class, right? Some people will tell you about the transfer of wealth back during the baby boomer generation in the 40s. Some of you may have heard of the wealth transfer recently on YouTube. There's been a rise in videos, not just regarding people talking about stocks and crypto, but also people talking about it from a religious sense. And I don't mean religious in like people are sitting in a church every day, but I mean in a religious sense, believing in God, Jesus, that there's a wealth transfer happening now, right? And if you look at everything, Facebook losing $700 billion, Microsoft and another company losing $250 billion, there is a transfer of wealth. And who's getting the money, right? So we're going to talk about this wealth transfer here more so. And I think that coming up here, you're going to hear me talk a lot about that, right? And I've talked about this a little bit in live streams, but we're going to talk about this a lot more on Patreon, because I think it's very important. For the last couple months, I've been talking about a Q4 rally. I don't want to call it bull run. I want to call it a rally, right? And I believe that, guys, November is going to be the precursor of this rally. And then December, you're going to start to see it. And then January, it's going to be bullish. So it's kind of giving me 2020 vibes, right? And you guys remember last week I was talking about how the sentiment is starting to change and whatnot. And I was listening to TMI this morning, and he was talking about how now the NFT market, right? NFTs are starting to, there's buying pressure on NFTs now, right? On buying pressure and selling pressure too. So selling it for a higher amount and buying it for a higher amount, right? And you guys know me. It's not that I don't care for NFTs. I don't follow them that closely. And it's not because I don't like them. It's because that there's so much to pay attention to. I think that there are people in our Trendsetter Crypto group that are very well versed in NFTs. So if you are in the Trendsetter Crypto group, I highly recommend that you, check those out. You know, we got brothers like Arthur Stack who talk about NFT. Shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? We got brothers like Maurice talking about NFT. So if you want to get into that, those brothers are very well versed with that in the Trendsetter Crypto Telegram group, okay? So now they're talking about Bitcoin will hit 30K in 2023. And this is using the Wyckoff method analysis, which is technical analysis, right? The Wyckoff method is one of the oldest methods, right? Now, for me, this is what I was telling you guys about last week, right? $30,000 to me is not a bull run. 40,000 is not a bull run. 50,000 is not a bull run. 60,000, if we match the all-time high, then yes, that's a bull run. Even if we just match the all-time high. To me, a bull run, and this is me personally, is if we match Bitcoin's previous all-time high or exceed that. Anything below that, even if it's just by a dollar, right? To me, that's just a rally. And you can have a bullish rally. But all semantics aside, right? Now they're talking about if Bitcoin maintains the $20,000 range and manages to reclaim 30,000, the currency will definitely see a massive price surge. So tomorrow will be the main indicator of that.